A lot. So as one thing that I've thought about is as an adult, now being an adult, it's kind of scary. As a spouse, a parent, and as an adult myself, we run into like a lot of trials, a lot of struggles and stuff. And in all of those responsibilities, whether it be marital issues, financial issues, or as a parent, sick kids, anything like that, or all of the above, because we've kind of struggled with all of those. And he's just showed up in all of those areas this year. He's just, anytime that we've struggled, anytime that we really didn't know what was going to happen next, or how we were going to manage the next issues, or, what we were going to do with our issues, he just kind of showed out, and just was like, all right, look, give it to me. Like, I'm going to handle it. I've already got it already planned out. All you guys have to do is just give it to me, and I've got it taken care of. And so he just kind of let us know that as long as we do that, he's in control. Like, first of all, find your joy. That's my thing. And one of the things that I want to definitely mention is, and I had mentioned this in church a while back, but one of my favorite verses, and I have actually come across this a couple years ago when one of my biggest trials had come about, is Philippians 4:10, and it starts with, "I rejoice greatly in the Lord that at last you renewed your concern for me. Indeed, you were concerned, but had no opportunity to show it. I'm not saying this because I am in need, but I have learned to be content with whatever circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. And I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength." And that is one thing that is kind of like my little motto that I like to tell people is find your joy. And it's not find your joy in money or find your joy in children are wonderful, and I love my children with everything. I love my husband. I love my job. Don't find your joy in those things. Find your joy in Christ. And by that verse, you need to learn to be able to find your joy when you have nothing and when you have everything. And as long as you find your joy in Christ, you're going to be able to have joy in those moments of having nothing, and in those trials of a child who has hearing loss and you learn at 7 years old she has to have hearing aids, or whether or not you are struggling between paychecks and you don't know what's going to happen next, or you're trying to navigate between decisions that need to be made, or marital issues and disagreements you guys are having. You've got to find your joy in Christ to know that at the end of the day, no matter what's going on, whether you have a lot or whether you have nothing, he's there. You find your joy in him, and he's going to make a way. And so that's just my advice. As long as you have your joy in him, he's got you covered.